Recently, tropical hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria have slammed into the Atlantic basin, causing an estimated over $200 billion in damages and taking countless human lives. Large hurricanes like these destroy livelihoods and infrastructure built up for generations. Lack of water, food, and first aid can result in humanitarian crises. Hurricanes have continued to grow more frequent and severe due to global warming and will continue to do so. However, casualties have decreased thanks to satellite technology. Satellites are man-made objects launched into space to perform a multitude of tasks from space. In stable orbit, the satellites are falling to Earth, but at the same rate as Earth curves below them. The velocity of the satellite and the gravitational pull on it balance out into centripetal force. Astronomer Johannes Kepler described 3 laws of motion that apply to celestial two-body systems. These laws also apply to satellites. 1. Planets move in elliptical orbits. 2. Planets sweep over equal areas in equal lengths of time. 3. A planet's revolution time squared is proportional to its mean distance from the Sun cubed. The closer the satellite to Earth, the shorter its revolutions. Satellites are launched into orbits determined by the orbital parameters. The eccentricity determines the shape of the orbit. The distance of periapsis determines the size of the orbit. The inclination determines the tilt of the orbit around the Earth. The longitude of the ascending node determines the twist of the orbit around the equator. The argument of periapsis defines the rotation of the orbit on its own plane, and the mean anomaly is the angle from the reference point to the current position of the satellite. So what can the satellites do in these orbits? Communication satellites like the Iridium constellation reliably relay valuable information for rescue logistics, while remote sensing satellites provide data on natural disasters and humanitarian crises, providing clear pictures of how the land has changed and finding safe landing zones for sending help. GPS systems provide exact locations, which are needed to send rescue and aid teams to right places. On the other end, emergency beacons can ping satellites to send for help using the SARSAT system. The GOES constellation takes sensor readings of clouds, while the GPM constellation measures precipitation to predict storm surge. Without these systems, there would be no advance warning nor evacuation areas for hurricanes. But we have to do better. In the United States, funding for NASA, NOAA, and hurricane forecasting has been cut in recent years. Out of the goodness of your heart, please consider donating to hurricane relief, aiding in online satellite mapping, and contacting your politicians to increase satellite funding. Don't forget to be awesome, and thanks for watching.